What's up, my YouTube family? It's your boy Lucky checking in, and welcome to episode 14 of Coffee with Lucky. So, guys, I'm excited today. I have my girl Samantha Lynn on the phone, well, on the Skype call with me, and I'll let you introduce yourself before we get on to the topic.
Yeah, my name's Samantha Lynn on Facebook, and I am a life coach, and I create conscious content, and I'm here to empower other people through self-love and awareness, and inspire people to live a fearlessly authentic life.
Awesome. And we chatted on a Skype call before thinking about a topic for this conversation, and then what came up was allowing and receiving.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know, what did it mean for you when you meant allowing and receiving?
To me, it means surrendering to the natural flow of life or the flow of the universe, whatever you want to call it. And surrender to the ego means giving up. But surrender to the soul means giving in and allowing, and which means not chasing what you want and not deflecting what you want. And we have a tendency, sometimes subconsciously, to deflect and to reject the things that we want due to inner hidden worthiness issues. Sometimes not hidden, sometimes we're aware of them, but we don't know how to release them. So your natural state is abundance and well-being. So it's really just about relaxing into that.
Awesome. And why would you say that's important? Like in your life, like why would you say that's important?
The biggest thing for me right now is relationships. That's where it shows up the most for me personally. But I had my life coach said to me, how you do anything is how you do everything. So how you are receiving in a relationship or, any in anything, in a relationship with a partner or with a friend or from your family, how you are receiving and allowing in that is how you're going to receive and allow from the universe in terms of success, abundance, all the areas overlap.
Awesome. And one thing I just thought about when you were saying it is a lot of people think about allowing and receiving as a lot of work needs to be done to be able to do that. But what you mentioned at first was actually like letting go. So not forcing yourself to allowing and to receiving, but actually like just going back to your natural state, like letting
Right,
go. I like that because sometimes you always think like we have to put in work to
right.
achieve a certain level of self-development if you want, but most of the time it's just go back to your natural state, to the normal instinct.
Exactly. It's a remembering process. Like people talk about like self-development and personal development and they think that they have to be like this mythical better version of themselves, but it's really just about eliminating all of the extra stuff we've accumulated throughout our life, going back to a remembering of who we were originally.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's taken away layers of what we've added over
Yeah,
the years, right?
exactly.
Awesome.
Yep.
And how would you say, so when you started allowing and receiving into your life, what impact did that have? Like, what changed for you once you started doing that?
Like I said, it's affected my relationship with my boyfriend the most. And I think one of the hardest things right now is that there is an overwhelming amount of women who, especially, are stuck in this masculine way of being, and they have a problem with relaxing and letting people do things for them and letting, you know, receiving what the universe or what their partner is offering. And we have this idea that, well, I have to be independent and I'm not strong if I accept help or if I let someone gift something to me. And what we don't realize is by doing that, we're blocking off receiving in a lot of other areas of our life. So I would say that's been the biggest thing for me. Just even the little things, when he says, I'm going to take out the trash, instead of me being like, no, 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 I got it, I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. I appreciate that. If they're offering, let them do it.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. And it makes me think of men have that problem as well, right? Like where the ego
Right.
steps up. So it's like the typical example is when you're driving on a road trip, the guy is not going to ask for directions, you know? But where I wanted to go with this was when we offer something to someone, be willing to do it. Don't
Yeah.
offer it expecting the person to decline it because it's respectful to decline that. That makes sense?
Absolutely. Yeah. And that just comes with that's just intention, And if there's somebody in your life, whether it's, your boyfriend or friend or whatever, if there's somebody in your life who is offering with the intention of you declining it, I feel like intuitively you'll probably be able to tell, and then that's where you need to either cut that person out of your life because it's not really a healthy relationship if the intention is impure, or
Yeah,
have a conversation with that person about whatever the specific giving and receiving issue is.
exactly. Yeah, totally. And I wanted to, before, I kind of wanted like an exercise, like steps that people, the viewers could do actually to help them take away that layer that's kind of stopping them right now. But for my own personal information as well, I'm curious as well, like just allowing, like how would you define just allowing in its like purest form? And then we'll do receiving after.
Yeah, allowing, like I said, is just surrendering. Surrendering, and like the ego thinks, oh, I'm giving up, and the ego likes to be in control, right? So allowing is the absence of control, the absence of, being in that really unhealthy, high masculine energy.
So the idea that you're supposed to be somewhere or someone in at a certain time in society in your life, which
Definitely.
yeah, which we're surrounded every day by that, right? Like, oh, you're 30, you're supposed to be at that place in your life. Or you're 22, you're supposed to be in school. Okay, and receiving.
Receiving. I would say receiving is more about like, okay, now I've surrendered to whatever is happening, and now receiving is being open to whatever the good is in that situation, because no matter what, there is a silver lining. No matter what, there is good, and we just have to be open and willing to accept that into our lives.
Yeah, exactly. So it would come down to a bit of self-love because a lot of people, like we talked about, it's like the opportunities are there, it's coming to them, but they're like, I don't necessarily deserve it, or I don't want
Yeah,
to take it into my life.
people pass up opportunities all the time because they don't think they're worthy. And that's one of the biggest issues that I've had in my past is just recognizing that I can take a chance and do something because I am good enough and I am worth it. A lot of us have this conversation in our heads about like, well, who am I to ask for this? Who am I to do this? Who am I to, have my dreams realized? And that's just a subconscious worthiness issue.
Yeah. So definitely allowing and receiving is going to help you bring yourself to that place where you have more worthiness and you deserve to be at a higher place if you want.
Exactly, and it seems like a very broad concept. And you think about this, like, and you think allowing and receiving. You're like, okay, well, how can I allow and receive like my millionaire fortune or like my dream partner or my dream car, dream career, whatever it is? Start small. Start with if someone offers to you go out to lunch and someone offers to pick up the check, gracefully accept. Someone, like I said, my boyfriend offers to take out the trash, just gracefully accept. And if you start to feel that that relationship is out of balance with the giving and receiving, you will know, right? I mean, how many of us have probably been in relationships where we're like, oh, I feel like I'm giving, giving, giving. You can tell when the relationship is
Yeah.
balanced. So I'd say start with the small stuff, in your everyday relationships, in your everyday activities.
Yeah, totally right. It's about the journey, and it made me think about you need to become a certain person to live at a certain place. So if you want to have a certain type of relationship, you can't expect to just jump there like that without going through all the little steps.
Absolutely.
Awesome. And so just for the last question that I wrote down for you was, how can the viewers? I know it's a really broad subject. I know it would be hard to explain, but how can the viewers allow more into their life? How can they receive more? I know it's about letting go, but how would they let go? How did you let go? We can go with that. How did you let go? That what helped you?
One of my biggest tools, and I know this sounds very cliche, but one of my biggest tools is journaling and how I feel about things. And I'll start with a very broad question and just gradually I'll start nailing it down. So like let's say the question is like, how can I allow more good into my life? Or why why am I not able to allow my partner to do nice things for me? And then it'll be like, do I feel like by doing nice things I owe him something? And do I feel like maybe I'm not giving enough and so there's guilt there? Or do I maybe feel like I'm not worthy because I've had past relationships that told me I was unworthy? And the art of asking questions is going to be so powerful when it comes to learning how to allow, receive, attract what you want in your life. So that would be my biggest piece of advice. Journal, right? Ask yourself questions because you already have the answers.
Yeah. So basically, awareness and analyzing the situation. As to, I'm an analytical guy also, but so analyzing the situation and going to that deep place of a deeper meaning and trying to know where it's coming from.
Yeah, drilling it down. Just drill down. Ask yourself a million questions. That's pretty much what my journal is. It's just me asking myself a bunch of questions until the end of the couple pages comes and I'm like, all right, I feel like I got a little, if I didn't resolve it or I didn't get to the bottom of it, at least I got closer and I gained new insight.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I do that as well. I have my red book, and it's full of questions, me questioning myself in my life. And also, I want to mention just for the people that are going to want to do this exercise, and then tell me if you agree with me on this, is powerful questions. So actually asking questions that are going to bring you where you want to go, but actually going to empower you. Because some people's like, why does this always happen to me? And if you ask a stupid question, your brain's going to find an answer for it, whether you want it or not. So it's actually asking empowering questions that's going to bring you to that answer that you truly want. You don't want to be an answer like, oh, because I'm stupid and or whatever, I'm not worthy enough.
Ask genuinely curious questions too, like the example you just gave, like why does this always happen to me? Like you're perpetuating your own cycle by automatically just assuming that this always happens to me and this is just my life, this is my story. Well, yeah, if you think that's your story, then I guess that's your story.
Yeah. That's what I find beautiful. Everybody that's in the self-development industry that's done this work, we're aware of that. And when they say you're your own worst enemy, like that's where it shows. When you do those exercises like that, like what type of questions you're gonna ask, what type of answers, that like you see if you're limiting yourself or not, if you're stopping yourself at your story.
Yep.
Oh, beautiful. Awesome. Well, that's pretty much a question I had for you. Like, I don't know, I took a lot of value out of that. And I hope that you guys watching right now took a lot of value out of this as well. And you have a nice exercise to do at the end, questioning yourself and discovering why is it there and where is it coming from. And Samantha, I want to thank you for coming on the Coffee with Lucky show. And just to make sure, where can people find your work? So the work you're doing right now. I know you're taking out a program, I believe.
Yeah, I'm working on my first course, which should be out hopefully next month in November. So keep your eye out for that. On Facebook, you can find me at Samantha Lynn. On Instagram at samanthalind.co. And you can also email me, samanthalind.co@gmail.com if you want to chat or PM me on Facebook. And I just want to say thank you, Lucky, so much for having me on the show. And I'm honored to be one of your guests. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for accepting. And also, to everybody watching, all her links are going to be down below. It's going to be the top links in the description. So you just click on it. It's going to be easier than typing everything out. And guys, thank you for watching. Samantha, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And guys, I will see you on Monday with I have actually talking about questions. My next video on Monday is about powerful questions. So I'll see you guys on Monday. And Samantha, I'll see you in a couple minutes. Ciao, guys. Guys, thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, click that like button right here or on this side and subscribe on one of those sides. And if you want to, you can go check out the previous inspirational videos right on this side or the Coffee with Lucky episodes right on this side. This one's pretty good. It's a good start to your week. This one's cool too. I have some pretty cool guests on there. I'm gonna wait till you click one.